I won't lie, when going into this Knives Out mystery, I was nervous. I said that twice already. I'll say that a third time because watching the first two, I was like, they're fine movies, but you saw who the bad guy was from a million miles away. Because it's like, oh yeah, Chris Evans talking to Ana de Armas, easy. Oh, it's always going to be the billionaire's fault, easy. This one, I figured out who it was at a specific scene, and I liked it. Chase, we got here with the Blue Futon reviewing Wake Up, 10 Men, a Knives Out mystery. What's about pretty simple premise? There is a priest that was murdered, and we got to figure out who done it. And we have a doctor, an author, another priest. Sorry about that. We have a lawyer, the lawyer's son, wink, wink, maybe not, groundskeeper of the church, and the one that's just in charge of the church in general, and who's done it. And so, with this movie, like I said, with my ad reaction, with my 15-second, I truly think I like this one the best. Why? Because it really wasn't poking the bear. It wasn't waving the finger at you and trying to be like too political. And I think Rian Johnson did tone it down because the first one was very much an immigration politically one. The second one was a billionaire's thing. And this one was more, about faith. But it was more evenly put, let's put it that way, in this movie. Yes, of course, he's making fun of other specific political agendas. Sure, he's making fun of other things as well in this movie, that's where I saw some of the negatives and a lot of eye rolls, like, okay, that's really not that funny. I understand what you're doing it. You're kind of doing it. It's kind of rehashing joke. But the third act for this one really hit home for me, and I think this did a lot better than the other ones. While this one was just more methodical, it was more heart-wrenching. It was just more like connecting with the audiences. And the other two, I didn't feel that connection with the third act. How did I know who the killer was in this one? There was 4 specific things / items / occurrences in this movie, and I'll give you the letters of the 4. The first one starts with an F. The second one starts with a C. The third one starts with an L. And the fourth one starts with a B. And like I said, those could either be things that occur in the movie, things that are in the movie, like a specific item, or just a humanistic approach. Let's put it that way. And once there was a specific when the B one happened, I had a 95% chance, or like 94% chance. I said in the movie, and I think the guy heard it next to me, said, I think it's this person. And then when the C happens, I said, it's this person. There's no freaking way it's not this person, and it was that person. So I'm like, let's go. So I felt happy about that. So when looking at the act in this movie, tenfold pretty good. Like Kerry Washington, Daniel Craig, Josh O'Connor, Jeremy Renner, Andrew Scott, and others in this movie. Great job. Thomas Haden Church, Glenn Close, Josh Brolin. Great job. Production. This, I think I liked it more than Glass Onion as well, because Glass Onion, yes, it was like a broad mass scope on an island, and you had that Glass Onion. Here, it was very much contained in like upstate New York, or I don't know where we're actually at, but it was like, more controlled environment. I really did enjoy that. The dialogue, there was some hit and misses for me, in my opinion, like some of the dialogue that the priests say, especially Jeffrey Wright's character. I'm like, I don't know if that would really be said. And there's a lot of different dialogue moments where I just felt like it was not that potent for the character to say, or doesn't really match their perspective and our character as well. So there were some dialogue scenes where I'm like, I know that was for play on and just having like a good laugh with the audience, but believability, you'll put it that way. Okay, let's talk about believability with the third act. While I saw who the killer was, how it was done, a little far-fetched. Let's put it that way. A little far-fetched, especially with a barrel. So I'm going to say, where did you get that barrel at? I'm going to say that right there. There's other specific things in this movie where like, okay, that's interesting, far-fetched. I mean, yes, it's far-fetched, but it wasn't like, oh my god, that's so stupid. It was more like, that's cleverly weird, and I could, be okay with it for being cleverly weird. Production design, like I said, the church looks pretty great, even though it's a fake church, which they made that church bonkers. The cinematography and the lighting is really good as well. And I did the Q&A with this one, and you could totally tell where the lighting is a really good part of this movie. And it's all fake. And of course, it's all fake. That's how movies do it. Hollywood is a very fake universe. I'm still baffled, though, how after Lionsgate did the first one, Netflix paid like $600 million for Daniel Craig and Rian Johnson. Like, what the fuck kind of money is this? It's like money embezzlement. Because, like really, after the first Knives Out, it gets that much money. Okay, whatever. That's all I'm going to say right there. Could there be a fourth one? Sure. With the Q&A, there could be a hint that Samuel Jackson might be in the fourth one if there is a fourth one. So I don't doubt that might occur. So we have that right there. What else to say about this movie? Oscar prospects. Could it get a writing one? I have to re-look at the field. I think some of if it's original, is a little bit weak this year. And I do not have it in right now. Could it squeeze in? Sure. But that would really be the only one in my opinion. Even though it seems like people are saying this is the weakest one of the three, I'm going to have to disagree and say it's one of the better ones. I think because for me, it was, toned down politically. It was toned down, poking the bear or waving at the audience like, ha ha, if you have this belief, ha ha ha. Yes, it does it in some scenes here and there. But I truly think the third act of the conclusion of, people, I want to say having a change of heart, but understanding different perspectives in life and how some people might see things differently does make this a better movie in my opinion. So overall, Wake Up Dead Man, to me, just thinking about it, is probably the better of the three in my opinion. It looked good. It played good. It sounded good. Mila Kunis is also in it. She does a good job, even though the whole role is a little bit minimalistic. But yeah, overall, I enjoyed this one. And if you guessed who the killer was, what was the specific thing that said that is it? But don't spoil this movie because I don't think it truly doesn't come out until Thanksgiving weekend. So just let me know down below. So Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery, will receive a 4 out of 5 of Futons, which equals that 80%. So see the critics and user scores gave this one. So you have critics a 95% with 100 of them. Nothing for the audience score. Critic consensus, giving Beyond Blanc a worthy mystery with its genfully soulful fixation on faith in a scene, stealing Josh O'Connor performance. Wake Up Dead Man is another Knives Out puzzle that comes together spendably. And there's a thing that also deals with the dead body in a morgue. That was a little bit too weird for me in my opinion. Like, that was just physically freaking impossible. 95% in my 80. Chase Suckers, the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Well, no, thanks, Bluetontopia. You Blue Futonian. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. I can watch the state tomorrow week from your followers. Go freak one of you. Peace, love, and love. And would you wake up with a dead man?